What time it is? You already know what it is.
It's what?
Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut. What we do? Tell the truth and
what?
shame the devil. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. We're reaching out. We're reaching out. We're reaching out. All right, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'll make acknowledge some of my guests coming on in here. All right. All right, people. Miss Virginia Beasley. What's going on? I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. All right. That's what it is. What it is. All right. Let's rock and roll tonight. I didn't title it because they're censoring everything that I put up. So avoid them for censoring it. I'll just let them listen in. Let them listen in. Let them listen in. Let them listen in. Who cares? Let them listen in. All right, come on in, people. If you can't watch me on Facebook acting up, you definitely can hit me up on YouTube, Martin G. Johnson. All right. Lester, what's up, man? Y'all don't like football? I like football. I know football is probably on, man, but football ain't paying no bills, man. And plus, our people need freedom. I tell you, we need freedom. We need education. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. I tell you, Patty Hampton. All right, people perish. We need knowledge. You tired of black folks killing each other? You tired of us being on the bottom of every good stat? Mika Jeffries, I see you. Tavania Fields Fort, I see you. I see you. I see you. Come on in. We got a lot to talk about. You know the hot topic is Memphis, Tennessee. So I'm hearing that they relieved 2 sheriffs, relieved them of their duty. All right. That simply means they stripped them of their police powers. All right. Let's rock and roll. We got the phone lines open 872 297 6389. 872 299 0808. That's where we at right now. Mic check. Oh, said prayers for the Ricky Smiley family. What happened? I'm not all right. Martin Jesus. Oh, we got New Orleans in the house, huh? New Orleans. Rashawn McClain Johnson. New Orleans in the house. Okay. Peggy. What's up, Lisa? I see you. I see you, Lisa. I see you. Peggy, I see you too. Karen Foster, South Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. Look at my out of town folks just chiming on in. Too blessed to be stressed. What's up? How you doing, my dear sister? Thank you for calling in the other day. Originally from the south side of Chicago. Okay. Who passed? Ricky Smiley? Pass? Okay. Oh, Ricky Smiley's son passed away. Oh, okay. Okay. Silas Walker, what's up? What's up? Paula Cook. Oh, his son passed away this morning. Okay. Didn't hear about it. Okay. The son. All right. Y'all let me know if my streaming start messing up. All right. Greetings from London, the UK. A new member. All right. All right. All right. A new member. Kind regards, Denise Baxter. Okay. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Denise. I appreciate you. Greetings. Peace and love. You know, we got the same problems all around the world. So it doesn't matter if you're in UK or I'm in America and the States, same problem. Discrimination. Tanisha Anderson. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right, we're gonna get to rolling in a minute. I already need y'all to share the video so we get a couple more people on here. We know people watching the game, but hey, I said thank you for these conversations. They definitely are needed. They definitely needed. It helps me because I'm learning. Sometimes I'll be quiet. You don't even know, you forget that I'm the host because I'm learning. Right. Nitris Smith, I see you. I see you. I see you. Missy from Inglewood. All right. Inglewood. Inglewood. You know, I lived in Inglewood for like 3-4 years. Tell you. All right. Yeah, I got it back working. That's the first time that ever happened. What I'm talking about? Well, I want to talk about the Memphis, Tennessee, but I didn't really want to put it up there because they're censoring whatever I put up. Like keywords, if I put up like police, Black Lives Matter, or Memphis, Tennessee, stuff like that, they're censoring. That's what they're doing. So I figure I just don't put no title up there. What are we talking about? We're talking about Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. All right. Hi. My second time watching you, and I like what you do for the from Boston, Massachusetts. Appreciate you, Emma Jones. Listen, I tell you what, Emma Jones, all you got to do is follow me. I go back 5 to 6 years if you're on Facebook. I guarantee you would not be disappointed. All I do is what?
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
That's it. And you know what time it is?
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live, uncut, unedited.
That's right, Loretta, Cal City. All right. I'm glad I got all these out of towns coming on in. They appreciate it, brother. That's right. The illusion of inclusion. I love you, man. Thank you, Crystal Banks. Thank you. Showing support for Minnesota. You know, I was up there for the George Floyd protest. I was there the first day that the riot broke out up in Minnesota. I was right there when they burned up that AutoZone. I was right there. Right there. Matter of fact, I lived in Minnesota for a little while. KS Custom Prince. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. We constantly coming on in. Appreciate y'all people. Y'all know this what we do. We
tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
That's what we do.
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live, uncut.
And what?
Unedited.
That's what it is, people. Exactly what it is. All right, I need some callers. 872-297-6389. Let me try some new callers today. 872-297-6389. All right, 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. I see a new caller coming in already. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. What's up, brother? Been following you for a while now. I'm from Memphis. Love your work. Appreciate you. Mac Wendell Morris Sr. What's going on, Mac? Yes, sir. I'm real, man. This is real. Somebody said the original crime chaser. I am the crime chaser, live, uncut, unedited. Hey, new caller. Come on, new caller. What you got to say?
Hey Martin, how you doing?
What's up? What's going on with you?
I just called. I just called to say I saw the video. It's a shame how they doing the police. It's a shame how they doing the police officers, and it's a shame how they did that young man. Both families, all five families is losing out. She lost her son, and they losing their life by going to jail. And they did not waste no time to get rid of them. Now, if they was the other color, I ain't gonna say the color.
You can
If
say
they
it.
was the other color, it would have been a. If they was white, they wouldn't have hurried up and fired them like that. But they should have used their common sense. You on camera and you beat this man like this for no reason. Y'all racism.
Well, how could they be racist if they black and beating another black man? Think about it.
Because yeah, okay, racism as in they beat him, to death. They did not care.
Right.
All they was thinking about was their power, the power that they had. That's
Mhm.
what I mean.
Okay. Okay. Well, hold that thought for a
Not the
minute.
power.
Okay. Go ahead.
But, okay.
All right. Well,
But
listen.
what I was saying
Go ahead.
was everybody is losing out. Everybody done lost. Ain't nobody gaining nothing.
All right. So there's no winners.
Right. There's no winners in this. Everybody has lost their lives. And we as a black people, I'm gonna say this. When we get power, we get crazy, we get power struck. And somebody should have, one of them, out of all five of them, one of them should have had common sense and said, no, let's not do this.
Hmm. Okay. All right, people, 872-299-0808. Again, 872-299-0808. Again, my extra number is, my other number is 872-297-6389. Again, 872-297-6389. I need you guys to call in, call in, call in. All right, hold on. Rashawn said Kansas City won. Oh, Kansas City won, huh? Oh, wow. Who did they play? The 49ers? That would have been, that's a good game. I don't know who they played. Hey, Marty, it was a white cop. Two had his hand on the video. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not to mention, our
Okay.
people are very
Okay.
prejudiced against each other very often. That's what black people, they can be prejudiced toward each other. All right.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately. All right, that's my buddy Marcus L. Bradley. What's up, Marcus? I see you. All right, I'm looking for some more callers. All right, somebody said KC back in the bowl again. Okay. They're back in the bowl. Okay. All right, William, I see you. 872-299-0808, 872-297-6389. That is the call-in number. I'm looking for some new callers, preferably some out-of-towners. If you're from Memphis, feel free to call in. Somebody said, I think it was a personal issue. And I'm more and more that I'm looking at this story, it probably could have really been personal. All right. Somebody said Eagles pulled through over San Francisco. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. One thing about football, let me just say this. Sometimes the better team don't win. Let me just say that, and let's get back onto the subject. Okay. All right. I'm looking for some callers, people. Come on, call in. All right. Live, uncut, unedited, looking for some
You
callers.
already know what it is.
We're talking about Memphis,
Live,
Tennessee.
Uncut.
And
Unedited.
this is where we what?
Tell the truth.
And what else we do?
And shame the devil.
That's what we do here. And that's all we want to do is tell the truth. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's going on. Oh, wow. They said, okay, allegedly was sleeping with the officer, Scorpion Patrol. Okay, I did hear that. I did hear that this young man was allegedly sleeping with one of the officer's wife. That's what I heard. So I'm not sure if that's okay. All right, let's see what this other person has to say.
So
hold on, sister. Hold on. I heard a female captain was also fired from another department in 2008, but I'm sure more things will pop up, including white person videoing. Okay. Go ahead, my sister. What did you want to say?
Okay. Also heard the same thing too. But I got a question behind it. If he was sleeping with one of the officers' wives, was they together or was they separated?
Well, I don't know. Listen, people, one thing I do know for certain, that we have a dead man.
Mm-hmm.
That I do know. We can prove that. We have 5 cops that have been arrested and charged. We have 2 sheriffs have been relieved of their duties, which I believe one is white. And so that we do know. Now, the hearsay stuff, we don't know if that's true or not, people. We haven't heard that Tyree had drugs or guns or anything illegal on him. Why was he stopped? That's a good question, Crystal. Good question. So my thing is, let me just say something, people. I came live earlier today, and I was talking about the things that you should do when you get stopped by police officers. And I want to say to those of you, all you got to do is comply. Listen, we got videos out there surfacing on social media showing that, I got another caller, showing that, okay, I see another caller. Okay, showing that you can still comply with the officer and still lose your life. Did you know an officer can get away with killing you? If he think that you had a gun, he might not even see one. Hey, caller, what's going on? I see you, bro. Come on, talk to me. What's your question today? Go ahead.
How you doing, man?
What's your question? I know who you are. You always have something interesting. What's going to be your question today? What's going on? Let me hear it. Because you always have something interesting. What you got to say today? I'm going to see if I can. You always got something to say.
I just want to say, man, this is just a real unfortunate situation, man. And one situation where it's all a couple blacks involved. And they had one white guy they didn't charge. And they allegedly said the guy was doing burnouts or something like that. And that's why they pulled him over.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really... that's just what they say. And then they saying he was sleeping with one of their wives or something like that. Whether that guy had a gun or weed on him, he didn't deserve no weed like that, man.
Oh yeah.
And it's just people take that power to the head, man. You give them a little bit of power and they run off with it, you know.
Man, so do you have a son? Do you have a son, my brother? Huh?
I do.
Okay. Just imagine if that was your son, man. Oh my God. Imagine that, And let me just say this. Would you say supposedly he was doing donuts in the street? We'll just say we'll give police officers that. But is that a death sentence? That's all I'm saying. Is that a death sentence? No. They just now, you know what? Now let me say this. Now you might not agree with me on this, bro. But I'm going to say this. Never in history, since I've been following police crime, this is me. Now, I could be wrong. I don't have all answers. Never in history, since I've been following police crimes, that a police officer got arrested so quick and fired so quickly and charged. Never. I've never witnessed anything like this. And let me say this again. Fortunately, that these officers are black, because in order to almost get an arrest for a white officer for committing a police crime, notice what I'm saying, committing a police crime. You got to march, you got to protest, you almost got to loot, you got to do everything to just get an arrest. Give you an example. Here in Chicago, they covered up a murder, 16 shots, Laquan McDonald. And I think 2 years later or 17 months later or something like that, it came out. Even after it came out, it still took them months to arrest him. It took marching and protesting to bring awareness to this. Is what it really took. So my thing is, it's mighty strange that you have 5 African-American cops, that it took no time. So what this tells us as a nation, that it don't take as long as you guys have been dragging it out. It don't take that long to get an arrest. It don't take that long to fire you. It don't take that long. So this is an example right here. I've never seen it. I'm just speaking now. I just got to tell the truth. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm going to say this.
And you know what
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm going to let y'all. Go ahead.
When you get done. Oh, and you know, when I first seen you talking about this, you one of the first people that came to mind. And it was like, now I wonder what I know what Mark's going to say about this. He's going to say exactly what you just said. And I totally agree with you. You're totally right. I can't even, usually we have our, conversations
Right.
back and forth, but debates, but I totally agree with you, brother. You're definitely right.
And I'm going to say this too, bro. They are going to make an example out of these 5 black officers, former officers, ex-officers. And when I say example, this is what I'm saying. They're not going to get no 2 and 3 years. They're going to get some big time. Trust me. They're going to get some big time. And normally, you don't hear other officers coming out in the public talking about other officers. Now, you may hear a retired officer or another officer from another state or county or something, but normally you don't see that. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to see now, like the sister said earlier, there are really no winners in this case. The young man, his life is gone. He'll never come back. These officers, they could never be police officers again. Never, never. There's nothing that they can justify that whipping that they put on that young man, Mr. Nichols. They can't justify that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I can't, I can't see those officers getting 5 or 6 years apiece. I don't see that. I see them probably getting 20, 30, 40 years. That's what I can see. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not the judge, jury, or an executioner, but I could be wrong. And my thing is, my brother, let me just say this. When you have African-American patrolmen, officers, when you see things like this ought to send antennas in your mind and in your head and say, hey, I cannot do what my other comrades do. The white people can't do it. And I'm going to tell you this. If you see anything from this point, any mistreatment of any African-American male or female, any criminal acts in the line of duty that your partner is doing, you should tell. You should address that. That's all I'm saying. If not, this is what can happen to you. And I know every organization got a code of silence, but if some things, there's got to come a time, somebody have to make a stand. I'm telling you, somebody gonna have to make a stand. And it's gonna be a sad situation.
But did you see the amount of people who actually
Go ahead, sir.
Did you see the amount of guys who actually watched?
Yeah.
Who
man.
actually watched them beat this man? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
man, this is just ridiculous the way they treat us. And that part I do agree on, man. Like, and I hate that he ran or whatever led
Yeah.
up to the situation, but the aftermath of it was terrible, man.
That's terrible,
It was
man.
just uncalled for. It wasn't worth
Yeah.
him losing his life over.
But you know what I was saying, thinking, brother. Now here's a man, like I think he's like 6'3" or something like that, about 140 something pounds. You tell me 3 or 4 officers on this one guy, y'all couldn't hold this guy down to subdue this guy? That's all I was saying. I know you got up and ran. Don't you know? I mean, that's a natural instinct when you get tortured. You got mace sprayed in your eyes. They got tased on your leg. You're gonna fight. I mean, that's just a human element. Some people will fight. You know, it's just like a person getting carjacked. You know, this big 9 millimeters in your face, but they instinct kick in. Hey, I got to fight. I got to do something. You know, so it's different response for different people. Whereas opposed to you might have just laid there and just put your hands behind your back and just let them do whatever you do. Another person like, oh no, I ain't taking this. I'm going out with a fight. So it's different strokes for different thing. And he ran. So hey, my thing is somebody said you wrong, bro. All right, case law, Sponge, call in then. Tell me where I'm wrong, YouTube. 872-299-0808. Again, 872 29. Hold on, let me say this number, then you can talk. 872-299-0808. Come on, call in case law Sponge, and maybe you can help me out. Something I don't know. Go ahead, my dear sister.
Okay, I wanted to say, even though he did ran, that did not give them the opportunity to beat him. And then they went to his mama's house and lied. You lied. You lied in his mama's face. And then they told the mama, don't go to the hospital. Come on now. No. That wasn't right. Y'all know y'all committed a crime. Y'all took an oath. And it should have been one good apple out that oath and said, no. You ain't gonna do this. What I'm saying is somebody should have some common sense, but they didn't.
Wow.
One of them should have used their head.
Somebody said running doesn't mean a death sentence. All right.
It doesn't, but
I don't care if you.
Hold on, let the brother talk.
If you were white,
hold on, sister, let the brother talk. Go ahead.
If you were white and you run from the police, the consequences are less. You know, when you black, there's certain things we can't do, and I'm not blaming that brother. I'm not saying nobody was right or of course the police officers were wrong, but we have to just kind of operate different, man. They looking for a reason to kill us, you know. It's just real unfortunate, man, that even happened like that.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And everybody loses.
Yeah, and I heard somebody said in the comments that one officer is claiming self-defense because he had a mace in his eyes. That's gonna be his argument, huh? Oh
wow.
My goodness, that's something. Ain't that something?
You gotta come with something better than that. You gotta come with something better than that.
Well,
that ain't even gonna
they can't justify this. This is, man. I'm one thing. I support the police when they're right, but when they're wrong, my brother, I'm going in on them. I got to go in on them because I believe in law and order. I believe that we need the police to patrol certain areas, all areas actually. You know, because if it wasn't for the police, we probably wouldn't be able to come outside. We had to have our gun in our hand and things like that. So I'm not anti-police and all that at all. All right. Somebody said some of the Cabo 6 did the same thing, went to the girl's house, lied to her mother, and hung around the family like nothing ever happened, shaking my head. Wow. All right. Case law, what did you have to say? That ain't found fly. The 5 will get life. The others will be in TR tort court. I don't know what that means. I don't know all these legal terms. Marcus Bradley said, in a situation where you feel like you have no choice, anyone would have ran if that's your last choice versus being beaten to death. And you know what's so strange about it, my brother and sister? When they caught him, man, they finished up right where they left at. When they caught him.
Yeah. And the mom and his mom said they was 8 miles down the street from her. So you whooped my child 8 miles down the street.
I don't know if it was 8 miles.
Y'all dirty.
No, it wasn't no 8 miles. It was probably less than a block
Yeah.
away or something. It wasn't no 8 miles.
Yeah, he was right around the corner.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't 8 miles.
Yeah, he was right around the corner. Yeah, okay, he was right around the corner from his mom's house. And then y'all laughed. So, but just like the brother said, power struck. You can't, black folks just can't deal with power.
Well, don't say that.
You
Y'all,
can't.
listen, y'all stop it. Please stop that black folk stuff, man. Please. We know how to deal with power. All black officers are not like these little 5 officers we've seen that beat this man. I'm quite sure. It's a lot of officers. Matter of fact, people, don't label us as being bad. You know, some of us can't handle power. And that,
Okay.
yeah, so don't say all officers. That's not true. I wouldn't even, and that's just like saying all white people are racist. I wouldn't say that. It's not true. I want to shout out to my buddy, what's up, Money Mike. You know, some of them are just, people are going to label, well, have you ever heard that term say one apple spoiled a whole bunch?
Yeah.
So these 5 officers that did this to this young man, I mean, yes, they're going to bring a bad name to police officers. Going to bring a bad name. But I don't think they represent the whole police culture for us. Every officer going out there just whooping people because they know they can get away with it. So that's what I'm saying. I see you, Cynthia Manuel. I see you. Now, hey, people, I'm looking for some callers. 872-299-0808. We got 2 callers in the chat room. I'm looking for some callers. 872-297-6389. Looking for some new callers. 6389 is last 4 digits.
Now I have to.
Go ahead, brother.
Now I have to agree with her when she says that the only thing I feel wrong in what she said. I think people, even white, black, Mexican people, whoever, once they get that little bit of authority, they do change, man. They do forget about their morals and where they come from. I done seen white guys spit on cops, do all kind of things to black cops, and not get the same kind of beating that this young man got. You know, like especially downtown Chicago, they just treat them cops however. So it's just ridiculous, man, that you get that sense of power and you abuse it in that manner where you think death is okay. Like,
and I'm gonna tell you, even with the cops, the judge is gonna take their word 99% of the time. But the police have a history of doing wrong. That's the purpose of the body cameras, for transparency. They have a history of doing wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, they have a history of wrong. And sometimes they take it too far. It's a matter of, I got another caller. I see another caller, 3248. 3248, I got a caller. You're live, uncut, unedited.
You already know what it is.
It's what?
Live, uncut.
All right, caller, come on, talk to me. 3248. Hello.
Hello, what's going on? Good evening, Martin.
Oh, Roosevelt. Oh, God. Lord. Oh, Lord. Let me sit back. I'm finna sit back and listen to Roosevelt. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Go ahead. Hey, y'all, this
Boy, y'all
Roosevelt.
must have known I was going
No, don't hurt nobody, Roosevelt. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
No, I'm not gonna.
No,
hurt
no, you
nobody
say
or
Roosevelt.
something. I think I'm a little bit more.
This is live, uncut, unedited. Say what you got to say. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Go ahead.
Yes. First of all, good evening to everybody. And yes, and I still stick by what I even said the other night and everything when I said pretty much kind of like what the young. I know you got a little bit upset and everything just a second ago.
That's okay.
When the young lady said and everything, don't say that whole black thing. I mean, yeah, I believe that when it comes down to some black people, maybe not all. I'm a little bit more calmer tonight, so I'm gonna say some this time.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of. Well, I'm gonna say a whole lot of black people. Yeah, you can't give them any kind of power, because also too, if you look at history, like I was trying to explain the other night, it's kind of like a slave mentality. Where you have, let's just say you have the system, and then you have, back then you had like the white slave owner, but then on the field you had the field hands, which is us right now today as the people.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had the black overseers who oversee the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see police officers or black police officers as, because even though they didn't make up the rules, even though they are not the boss, whenever the boss is not around, and that copycat ninja acts like he wants to be the whole new boss. So black police officers, they act like we're supposed to toe the line and follow the white man's laws, because all these laws that we follow, these are not black people's laws. We didn't write any of this stuff that that we have to follow, or the laws of this land or something. These are white laws. So what are black officers doing? Enforcing these white people's laws. And they're being much more harder on us and everything about it than, white officers. And I mean, yeah, you see that. So a whole lot of people, plus it's even on jobs. Like I said, I've had jobs before where I've had maybe a white supervisor who was cool, but yet the black supervisor act like they got like a stick shoved up there behind. So I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like a slave type of mentality. This is something that came down kind of like, through history. And this is a fact. So it permeates every single thing or every single avenue and every single kind of career that we see today, even this year.
Okay.
Even though I believe there were some white officers on this case, because I definitely heard some. I didn't see too much on the video, but I definitely heard some white voices, because it was a white officer who initially tased him. And of course, we know only 5 were charged. But if you look at the video, it seemed like it was more there to me. It seemed like 9, 10 or more. And then,
Brother
later
Roosevelt,
on, I even heard a woman's voice.
Brother Roosevelt,
Yes,
it's been updated. They have 2 sheriffs. Sheriffs have been relieved of their duty.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 2. It's 2 more. So all the total.
But they're not even naming them so far.
Right. Well, I heard it today in the news.
You know
and
this?
plus Tia told me. Yeah, well, you know how it go. You know how it is. You listen. You know who world we living in. So hey, I'm trying to get y'all to see that when y'all learn that, then you'll know how to deal with things. You'll know how to deal with things.
It's still, and I heard one guy something who, I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, before I came on, well, running only makes things worse. I mean, I believe in that kind of situation, as much as we know that just maybe you shouldn't run from police in those kind of situations. I think if I'm trying to save my life, I probably would have ran too, because scientifically, if you're being tortured or abused, you might not even know you're doing it. But scientific, what do they always say? The self-preservation is the first law of nature. So in that kind of situation, if you're being beaten or tortured or hurt in any way, you're just your natural instincts are going to kick in, whether you know it or not, and you're just going to take off. You don't even know what you're doing. Your body itself will automatically do that. Science will tell you that.
Okay.
So he was running for his life.
Roosevelt, Case Law Sponge said, my YouTube follower, he said 2 EMTs and 10 officers total. So 10 total officers and 2 EMTs. I'm sorry. So that's what that is. So it's a lot going on. And hey, brother, let me give you an example. 0123. I want to tell you this. I remember it was last year. I said it in a couple of lives ago. I don't know which one, but it was two different. It was like a SWAT was called two different. SWAT was called up on the north side. A Caucasian European man descent. He shot through the door or something. SWAT was called up there. For some reason, somehow, he surrendered. They tarried with him for 12 hours. A young man on the south side over there around 62nd and University, between University and Greenwood, 61st, I would say 61st. It took them less than 30 minutes. He was dead. So what's the difference? And that was a call because he was reacting, he was having a mental episode. So man, if race don't play a part in a lot of these decisions, I can't listen. It's not an even playing field. That's all I'm saying. And when I say that, people get upset, but it's the truth. I know what I see. I see it all the time. And listen, when I go to traffic court, thank God I ain't been in a while, all I see is predominantly black people and Mexican people. That's it. So you tell them we the only ones that's breaking the rules. We the only ones that getting ticket traffic violations. Somebody's playing a game on us or something. Somebody's playing a game. I mean, this is real. I'm talking. This is stuff that you don't know. You don't need no statistics or anything. It's real. It is real. So when people say, "Oh, you always see everything in black and white," yes, I do. Yes, I see it in black and white. America was built on black and white. They didn't bring y'all black self over here to be no lawyers and doctors and politicians and pastors and preachers and nurses. They didn't bring you over here for that. They brought you over here to build this country up, labor. That's what we were brought over here for, okay? All right. We shouldn't, but that I don't think nobody can disagree with that. And let me just say this too. We have, in the city of Chicago, we have more white police officers than we have blacks. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Well, you said, well, Martin, don't too many blacks want to be police. That's a lie. That is a lie. Trust me. They might not tell you. A lot of people want to be the police. But this thing is rigged here in the city of Chicago. But they got a different staff now that's going to be there. So, my brother, 123, what you got to say? Something? I know I got to get some comment out of you. I need an argument tonight. You know what I mean?
Well, I was just gonna rebuttal on what the young lady said.
Okay, go ahead.
That basically she said a remark. I can't remember word for word what she said, but she was saying as far as black police officers taking their job too seriously, and some of those guys, they got a job to do, whether they black or white. I feel like this is the job you signed up for. This is, you got a job to do. So if I'm a black man being pulled over by a black police officer, I'm looking at you as a police officer, not, oh, you black, so you might give me a little bit of leeway. Because let me give you a quick analogy real quick. It's like when Obama became president. People just thought that he was just going to change so much for the black community, and it was going to be like Kool-Aid coming out of water fountains type of thing. And Obama was only able to do so much because certain laws still had to get passed, and he was still being controlled, basically, is what I'm saying. So, I mean, to break it down, I'm just saying those guys got a job to do. Now, the job that these guys did, these 5 Memphis cops, were totally out of order, and they're gonna take the fall for it. And it might not have been all of just them, but guess what? They made it easy, and they're gonna take the fall for it.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roosevelt. Go ahead, Roosevelt. What you have to say to that, Roosevelt?
Well, the thing is, I mean, you talk about, it's because it seems like anybody else of any kind of race, if they get, we always make up excuses for black people not doing what they're supposed to do. So the thing is,
Mhm.
Barack Hussein Obama, when he was in office, did not do, as far as I'm concerned, a whole lot of people I know are going to disagree with me at this point, but I don't care. I think that it put us much more behind than it set us apart. He did far much more for everybody else's rights than he did ours. Other people and other politicians, they will come in and they will help. Yeah, they'll still help people of different like races or whatever, but yet a whole lot of them, most of them, they're going to do for their own as well. You know, we're the only ones who, whenever we get into a position, who say that we can't look out for anybody or, you know, everybody else's president, or I serve everybody else in the police force instead of like serving my own. And yeah, and it does seem to me that black officers, it seems like everyone, because I ride these buses every single day too. It seemed like black drivers, like if you're a little bit, like I've seen white drivers and Latin drivers, if you're a little bit short, maybe on fare or whatever, or something, even if you're like a dime or two short and everything, they'll let you pass. But it seems like black officers, not black officers, but black drivers, they want you to put every single dime that you have in the fare box. And if you don't, they want to put you off the bus. I mean, because I've helped out a couple of people on the bus sometime who have been short when the driver wants to just put them off the bus just for being a quarter short or a dime short. And this is another black person. So yeah, sometimes when we do get these jobs, sometimes, yeah, we don't look out for each other. I'm not trying to say do it all the time. I'm not trying to say, you know, completely, let's just say neglect your, or, you know, be a derelict in your duty or whatever like that. But golly, it's got to be a better way. Act like you at least care.
Jay,
Mm-hmm.
can I respond to that one?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna take us to save us. Us. We doing all. It's gonna take us to save us. Yeah, you are right, Roosevelt. Because I was on the bus today, and the operator told me Lori Lightfoot took 4 buses away from us, from the black folks, and put them up north. So yeah, it be sometimes some people be short. Like I said, the power, we as a people let the power go down here. We do. And I said, if I ever become a bus driver, I'm not going to never forget where I came from. You never forget where you came from. Never forget where God brought you from.
Mm-hmm.
At all. But they was wrong. And somebody should have had a clear head. And I'm just going to say this, Martin. Yeah, us as a black people, we get a little power. We don't know how to act. Because I had one job, I'm just going to tell truth and shame the devil. She was kissing a white man's ass. He was yes master. And I had to tell her, you're a number. Hey, sister, you're a number. You are a number. They can get rid of you and they can replace you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You are replaceable. You are replaceable.
All right, let me play some real quick. I need y'all to listen.
Everybody.
Hold on, let me play some that y'all
Okay.
listen. I want to play something for y'all can listen.
They used to have a black police organization. Renal Robinson, Pat Hill. Now the black police is not even, they don't even have an organization. You black police away, they have Renal Robinson. Y'all have your own police organization. Where is that? You don't have it
I'm
now.
on Chicago.
You police are not even together. And when we get you all on the board,
Listen.
we don't want that cold South. We want to see black faces helping black people. Still with you. When you see somebody abuse another black, you're supposed to speak up. That cold salad, no. Each one teach one, each one help one.
Did y'all hear that? What he just said? Now, did y'all just hear that? Did y'all
No.
just? Did y'all just hear that? When you get on the police
it was
force,
kind of low, but I heard
hold on,
something.
let me play it a little bit. I'll play it again for you.
You said
He said, reach one, teach one.
Yeah, I'll replay it,
Yeah,
Roosevelt.
you're
I'm
saying
sorry.
the same thing we're saying.
Right. I'm going to replay it for you, Roosevelt. Okay, hold on. Let me
You're
just
saying the same thing.
the same thing. Hold on. Let me put that up there. And I'm going to replay it for you guys, Roosevelt, so you can listen. So, all right. Play this out, turn it up a little bit more. All right, let's start it over. Okay.
We got to. And then they over there giggling at me. We all on the same plantation. Them little young ones, look at that crazy man. They know it. They waiting on that paycheck. They never want to dream to have a little cleanup service, a maintenance company where you can come in here and clean this up. You only can see to just clean up for that check. Hey, now, look. Clean that bathroom. You can do it for them. You can do it for you. God gave you everything you need. All you have to do is use it. You got the same damn. I got the same.
Here it is, Roosevelt.
They used to have a black police
organization. In Chicago.
Renal Robinson, Pat Hill. Man, the black police is not even. They don't even have an organization. You black police away. They have Renal Robinson. Y'all had your own police organization. Where is that? You don't have it now. You police are not even together. And when we get y'all on the force, we don't want that cold South. We want to see black faces helping black people. Be a witness. When you see somebody abuse another black, you're supposed to speak up. That cold silence. No. Each one teach one, each one help one. We got.
All right, did you hear that, Roosevelt? That was loud and clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it.
Okay, good. Now, what's your thoughts about what he just said? What's your thoughts about what he just said? When we get you on the police force, there should be no cold silence. When you see somebody messing over your people, you're supposed to say something. And that's all what that brother's saying. And that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
And that's all any one of us are trying to say.
Right.
That's the same thing I think that me and the young lady here are saying.
Mm-hmm.
He said, reach one, teach one.
So we're in agreement.
Yeah, I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I totally agree with it.
And what he was saying about
agree with it.
what he was saying that Chicago police officers, they had like an organization, like their own thing, where all the black cops and all, they don't have that anymore. It's over with. He said, you guys are divided. You know, a lot of cops, they get into the police force and they turn a blind eye. They let the white cops do anything criminal. I'm talking about criminal now. Criminal. We're not talking about if you got caught with a pistol and the black brother trying to tell the white man let you go. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a criminal act. When you see another officer treat a black person criminally, you're supposed to speak up and say something, not be silent. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that should be the code right there. Reach one, teach one. Okay, my brother, 1, 2, 3. What you got to say about that? Let me hear from 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I totally agree. As far as, you know, when you see these guys sitting back and just watching it happen, man, and by you being an officer in general, especially you being a black officer, man, you got to speak up on that, man. And it's disgusting how these 5 guys jumped on this brother like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so many people around that watched it, man. Like, I'm speechless on that part, man.
Yeah.
I keep watching the video over and over again, trying to figure out where all this hate came from.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say one thing, brother.
Even if he ran, that still doesn't.
Right, death sentence, yeah. Man, they was hitting old boy in the face with their fist, man. Fist. And I'm gonna tell you one thing happened.
So much abuse you can take, bro.
I'll say this, man, and this is the gospel truth. I had got into it with some white officers, and they was trying to force me to sign something. If I didn't sign this, I'm gonna get arrested and all that. And they did arrest me, but the black officer came, the head of the police station. He came, the commander, and got me out of it. He said, you did everything right. You didn't do nothing wrong. See, but that's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the exception. That's not
right.
the
No,
rule.
I'm just saying it happened, Roosevelt. And I didn't cuss the police officer out. I didn't. Hold on, let me talk.
That's like the song says. That's one in a million.
Yeah, right. But it happened though. But listen, Roosevelt, it happened though. And it happened to a person like me that's in media to have a voice. It happened. I promise you. I promise you, man. It happened, man. So it's a start. They got to start from somewhere. Use your police power. Because by right, I didn't do anything. I didn't cuss the police out. I didn't threaten him. I didn't say I was going to whoop him. I ain't call him out his name or none of that. I was just basically calm and just told him how I felt, man. You can't make me say something that I'm not guilty of. You can't make me sign something that I don't have in my possession. And the deal was, he said that I had a police scanner. I said, first of all, this is a scanner, not a police scanner, a scanner. Not he put the word police. I said, no, it's not a police scanner. Now, can I pick up police codes? Yeah. Well, we're going to take it. Well, you got to sign. If you don't sign this complaint, we're going to take you to jail. I said, well, you're going to take me to jail then, bro. Because why should I sign something and I'm not, it's not what you said it is. You know, did I feel like going to jail that day? No. Did I have something to do? Yeah. But it worked out in my favor. The cop, he rolled back the body cameras. He heard the whole conversation. I mean, they violated my rights, man. They went all in my trunk and all. You're not supposed to go in nobody's trunk unless you got a search warrant. I mean, they just violated me, period. That's because they thinking I'm just this ordinary person that don't know no law. Black man, don't know nothing. So it happened. And not too long ago, Roosevelt, either. I'm just being honest with you. And I'm not trying to take up for the police. And like I told you, I get on them when they wrong, and I stand with them when they right. Period. Yeah, that's right, Marcus. They tried to trick me. Go ahead, sister. Yeah,
and don't get me wrong. Everybody got a job to do. Everybody got a lane to stay in. But when you wrong, you wrong. When you right, you right. And they was wrong. They was totally wrong. You know what? I cried because I got daughters. I ain't got no son, but I got daughters. I got cousins that got sons. That hurted me. That hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that really hurts. And then I want to know, how was they able to sleep at night? But right after they killed this boy.
Hey.
How?
Hey, listen.
How was you able to go home and sleep?
A lot of alcoholics.
I'm serious.
Somebody said, John W. Ryan said, you're ignoring racists. You cry racist all the time, but nobody's bigger racist than you. A black person can't be a racist. A racist have power. First of all, let's get that straight.
Right.
It's impossible for me to be a racist and have no power. So I just want to get that straight. And let me just tell you anything. Let me tell you something. Whoever you are, if you're a troll or if you white or if you black, let me just tell you something. America was built on racism. That's what it was built. It was established on racism, white and black. So when the Constitution was written, it was established on white and black. Is that racism? Or what is it? What is it? What? No, I'm talking, sister. No. Listen, what is it then?
Okay.
Answer me this question, my dear brother or sister, whoever you may be. What is it? America didn't get, listen, this country got taken over, overthrown, not praying to Jesus. It got overthrown by murder, rape, killing, genocide. Genocide. Listen. Why did America have the Jim Crow laws? Why? Because it was racist. Why? Why did America had to march to get a law called affirmative action? Because it's racist. Why do we have to have a civil rights movement, a bill? Because America is racist. We wouldn't have to have all these things. We wouldn't have to march and protest for these things if America wasn't racist. Why is it that these black cops that was arrested, fired, arrested, and charged immediately, less than a month, when it comes to a white officer, we got to march, we got to protest, we got to loot, we got to argue with the police, we got to go to jail just to get an arrest. And we have the video and the proof. Is that racist or isn't it? They ain't got nothing to do with me now. Nothing to do with me. Is that racist or what is it? Why is it that Bank of America can give billions of dollars in mortgages to white people, but when it comes to black people, 200,000, 500,000, something like that? Is that racist? Bank of America is a white corporation. Is that racist? Look at Google here in the city of Chicago. How many blacks did they hire? Is that racist? So you telling me that there isn't enough black people qualified to work at Google? Come on now. And want to call me a racist. You mad because I'm pointing it out and you can't deny it. That's racist. And you know it's racist. You know it's wrong. You couldn't even marry a white person until 1967. That's racist. If somebody love who they love, that's listen. If you love a white person, that's you. If you love a Mexican person, that's you. I don't have a problem. That's what you love. So, but you made a law that a black man could not marry a white woman. And that's just changed in 1967. Is that racist or what is it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just...
In some states, it didn't change until 1999.
Right. So is that racist?
Yeah.
Alabama was the last to repeal, that was put into effect for interracial marriage in Alabama in 1999. Before that, it was illegal in Alabama to marry somebody who was white. So 1999, that's quite recent.
Yeah. We got another. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, sister. What'd you say, bro?
I just saw
Go ahead.
on TikTok. I just saw on TikTok. I'm going to put something out there too. That Cracker Barrel is racist. I've never been in their establishment, but they got a code for the black. So you think I'm going to go give you my money and you got a code for me because I'm black? You ain't give my money. No. Period.
Mm.
So you're right. And they only gave us 28 days. We need more than 28 days.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact,
give us 28 days.
Matter of fact,
but y'all get a Mexicans a whole July, a whole 31st.
It's okay. Matter of fact, tell that troll he can call in. You can call in, call ID block. I want to hear from you. But I got a new caller. Come on, 646 area code. Hold on. I got a new caller. Go ahead, new caller. 646 area code.
Hey, Martin. How you doing, Martin G. Johnson?
I'm glad. I'm glad to be living in the land of the living. Wonderful. Wonderful. Go ahead, my dear sister.
I hear what you're saying. I want to piggyback on this right here. And you may not like what I'm saying, but
okay,
I'm
no
gonna
problem.
say it, and I don't care.
Go ahead.
When black people get in power, they change against their own people. Just like black
Amen.
women put down black women who stood by them, who cried for them, who went out and did everything for a black man. Now we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing, Martin. And I'm so sorry for what happened to that boy. And if that boy ran, I would have ran too for my life. For my life. He weighed 150 pounds. I've been watching the video since yesterday, trying to figure it out. That's like 2,000 tons on 150 pounds. They killed another black man. That's what we do. That's what black people do. We kill each other. There's no love in the black neighborhood. Where I came from, in Birmingham, Alabama, and I went to New York. Let me tell you something. Neighbors used to take care of neighbors. We didn't call the police. We didn't do none of that. Okay? Okay, we didn't do that. And if you give a black man a high position, they talk to you like a dog. I was a nurse in North Shore Hospital
Amen.
for 30 years. 30 years.
Come on.
And they talk to you
Bring it
like
out.
a dog. Okay? That's
Come on,
my
preach.
experience. Preach. That's my experience. I'm going to tell it like it is.
All right, quick. Well,
Okay?
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question,
Yes, baby.
sister? Do white people kill each other?
Mark.
Do white people kill each other?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Wait a minute. Yes,
Mhm.
they do. I just seen a white man that murdered his wife. But one thing about it, they ain't gonna talk about it. They gonna stick with each other, wrong or right. But a black man will put a noose around each other's neck, and I'm mad about that. I'm 66 years old, and I came from the KKK city. I am so angry with black people. To Martin, I'm sorry to say it, I feel that I don't even like them. They breaks my heart. And I
Me
got
too.
grandsons.
What
I got grandsons.
Well, what
and
type
I'm
of
scared to death.
well, what type of
Scared to death.
sister? What type of black people you be around? I be
Yeah.
around some good black people that love each other and show
Wait a
love. I don't know what type of black people you be around. What type of black people you
Wait a
be
minute,
around?
brother, you can say what you want. I'm going to explain. I be around the best of the best, but I'm saying what
I
I'm
haven't heard
feeling
you.
around the
I
world.
have not heard you say one good thing about black people. So tell me some black.
I'm sorry.
No, just tell me some good black
Okay,
people that you be
Mark.
around. I just need to know. That's all. Now you told me about
Mark.
the bad ones. I want to hear about if there are any good ones. Talk to me.
Martin, I be
Come and talk
around
to
good
me.
people. Wait a minute, I be around the good.
Let me
bad,
hear.
and
Let me hear about some good people.
I'm just gonna put it in.
Let me hear about some good ones, sister.
Martin, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't say.
You
I
stuck?
can't say black. What
Oh,
black
come
people
on now,
are.
sister. Now you just got on here and said how terrible black people are when they get in position. Now I'm
Yeah.
asking you, tell me
Yeah.
about some of the good black people that you know that you be around.
Martin, I'm gonna repeat this again. I know what you're saying, brother. I respect what you're saying. But like I said, I was a nurse for 30 years. I used to see the black people come in there and treat other black people like a dog. They will go rat you out. They will go to the nurse's station, the office, and rat you out for nothing. And you trying to save their ass, but they'll rat you out. They'll turn on you. I'm just
I've
telling
been
you
through it
what
too
I-
because I was a nurse too.
Yeah, hello. Talk to me there, sir. Talk to me. Tell me how it goes.
That's how come I know.
Okay,
I've been
well,
through it too.
all right,
She is
okay.
not
I
lying.
mean, why is it that you and Roosevelt can
I got a
tell me about some
question.
bad black people, but when I ask you to tell me about some good black people, y'all can't do it? Well, you can't do it, sister. Tell me about some
I
good
can't.
black people. Hold on, Roosevelt. Let the sister talk. The 66-year-old grandmother.
Yes, sir.
I need her to tell me. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing else negative about no black people come out of their mouth about you. You tell me about some good black people that you have been around, that you surrounded yourself
Okay.
with. Tell me.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
I'm going to tell you about you guys. Martin, you love black people. Yes, you do. You love them. So you're not going to see what I see. Because you
No, hold
I
on.
watch
Hold
you
on.
all the time. I can watch
Hold on, sister. You don't be around me.
I'm home.
You don't be around me.
No,
I'm talking
I
about
don't
some
be
people that
around
who you be
I said
around.
I said I watch
Don't use me as example.
I said I watch you.
Now I know you watch
Wait
me,
a minute.
but
I said
I know.
watch you,
But
Martin.
no,
Okay.
give me
Okay.
somebody
Okay.
that your
Okay.
circle that you be around. That's all I'm saying is the world is not 63rd and Cottage Grove. Sister, hold on. Let me just say, hold on. I ain't gonna let you overtalk me now.
Okay.
Hold on. The
Okay,
world
I'm
is
not
bigger
gonna
than the
overtalk you.
city
Hold
of
on.
Chicago, people. You can't just base every black person because of your bad experiences in the city of Chicago. That's all I'm saying, people. Listen, the power of life and death is in the tongue, people. Trust me. We all are not bad people. That's all I'm saying, sister. Now you gave me the report on some bad people. Give me some report on some good people that you know person that you've been around. You mean to tell me every black person that you be around is no good? Low down? Is that what you telling me? Out of your 66 years?
No, I'm not going. wait a minute, Mark. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna say that. But majority of them, yes. I'm not gonna say that. I can't name it right off the bat, Mark. You got me on that part. But I've been around some good black people. Been around, but the most of them is terrible. It's terrible, Martin. It's terrible. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna hang up. I ain't gonna
Okay, I love you, sister. I love you. No, you good. You good.
But I just got
You good.
excited.
Okay, that's okay.
It's
Listen, I promise you,
Okay.
you ain't hurt my feelings. I still love you, sister. I love being black. You ain't hurt my feelings.
I love you too, brother. I
But
love
listen,
you.
when the next time somebody asks you that, be ready to answer. That's all I'm saying. Because see, I don't want, the world is bigger than Chicago, Illinois. We got black folks in Alaska, everywhere. In the UK, we got somebody on UK right now that's on this live right now. They may not be experiencing what you experiencing. That's all. That's all.
But I live in the greatest city in the world, New York City.
Okay.
And it's culture diversity. Okay, baby. Okay. I live in New York City.
Okay.
And I know how this goes. I'm just telling you, mother. I just
Okay.
can't name it off the bat. You have a good night, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, Roosevelt, your turn.
Quick question, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then regarding the situation, I've seen a lot of black folks downtown looting yesterday, and I'm trying to figure out
What nobody looting
for.
What nobody looting? You look.
Yeah.
What nobody
Yeah, there was
looting?
a lot of looting going on, Martin.
Oh, it was? Okay.
They looted
No, that didn't
downtown.
happen.
I didn't hear about it. I didn't hear about it. But let me just say this.
Yeah, I seen live videos of it.
Okay.
Them running in the high-end stores. And
Okay.
stuff down
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Send me
And
some of the videos if you've seen. Send them to my inbox if you've seen one. Okay. If you get one.
there. I definitely will.
Okay. Do that. Roosevelt, tell me about some good black people, man, that you've been around, surrounding yourself. I want to hear. Because see, all of them. See, people, listen, let me just say something. Our experiences with black people are bad experience. And I'm quite sure we've all had bad experience. Like I told you guys in some lives ago, my father died when I was in my 40s. My father never told me he loved me. But I can't base that on every black father, though. That was a bad experience. But I believe he loved me. But I can't base that on every black father. So I can't say black men, they not emotional, they don't love their sons. I can't say that. I can't say that. As a son and a father relationship, my father never told me he loved me. I can't even remember if he ever hugged me and embraced me. I'm just being honest. And I'm not on here dogging my father. And I believe my father loved me, but he never told me. So what I'm saying to you, Roosevelt, tell me about some good black people that you surround yourself, you've been around that you know personally. That's all. I want to hear some of the good stories. Because all I've been hearing bad things about. Go ahead.
No, and I'll pick up something what me and the young lady who just got off the phone were saying. We weren't saying that it's all black people. No, we were talking about certain experiences that we've been through in policing and on the job and everything. Certain black people in authority that we have seen get a little bit too big for their britches, so to speak. But as far as like good black people, two of my best friends and stuff are black women. You know, one is a minister. You know, the other one, she's married and lives in Texas. And, you know, I go to church with good black people. Matter of fact, after service and everything, because they know I'm a YouTube personality. Can you believe that they bought you up today? Because they said that Facebook showed some of your old videos from back when you remember when me and you together a few years ago busted the bait truck.
Right.
It showed us kind of together and everything. And they brought you up saying there's one of our evangelists who follows you. So, I mean, you know, I would have to say so for you to be bought up. These are good black people. And I mean, anytime I've been around you, something you've always been what you would call 100 grand. People like Marcus Robinson and some of the activists and stuff that we worked with and everything over the years. And plus I have family and friends and stuff, of course, who are black and everything, who are definitely good people. Only thing I'm trying to talk about is you can't get past your experience. It's the experiences that I've had with black people in authority. And it just is what it is. I mean, I cannot help the fact that anytime, let's just say I might have ran across a white bus driver or a Latin bus driver or a white cop or a Latin cop, and they might have been nice and they might have been cool, and the black cop acted like a complete butthole or whatever in a whole lot of cases. I can't get over what if that happened, that is just something that happened. You can't take away someone's experience of what they happened. That's what they went through.
Well, let me just say this.
If they went through that, that's real to them.
Right. Listen, I didn't say take away the experience, but this is what I'm hearing. All bad things about black people. And when I hear blacks always saying negative things, whether they be true or false, and I never hear them praising black people or saying the good things about them, then it's a problem, with me. I'm wondering, hold on, do this person appreciate themselves as being black? Have they forgot? You listen, Roosevelt, we have black people that look like me and you. They never have nothing good to say about black people, their own kind. They're always talking down and negative on the people that look like them. Always. And that's what I'm saying. We have to be careful. The power and life and death is in the tongue. All right? And I want to explain something.
I mean, it's black people in authority.
Right. Well, not all
That's
black people
I'm
in authority.
About. Not all black people.
Right.
This don't have nothing to do with all black people. Right. We're talking about, because all black people, just forget about all the rest of the black people. We're talking about certain black people in the police department, certain black people who are supervisors, and certain, black people in authority. That's what we're speaking of, not all black people.
So let me ask you a question, Roosevelt. Not just a police officer.
Yes, sir.
Any person that's in authority that you ever encounter with that's black, have the experience all have been bad?
A whole lot of them, yeah. I mean, I had a bad experience yesterday.
Okay.
I'm in a Walgreens trying to get some pictures, processed.
Mm.
And, I was having problems with the Walgreens app and everything. I'm trying to let the, black woman behind the counter know it and everything. She was very snippy, very rude. And yeah, I plan on going up to the Walgreens on 47th Street and complaining about that tomorrow. Very snippy, very rude. Well, sir, you have to do every single thing through the app. If you don't do everything through the app, you won't get the discount. The way she was talking. But yet I came back later on and talked to someone behind the counter, of course, who was Mexican, who was super, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, this stuff happens.
Can I say something?
You sure can. Go ahead.
Okay. My pastor worked in the jail. His son works in the field now. So I do know some positive black people who have worked in the jail system. Like Martin said, all of them is not bad. You got some bad apples, you got some good apples. All I'm saying is they should have had a little bit more sense. Everybody loses in this state. And my heart goes out to all of them. All of them. We got to do better. We got to do better. As I raise. I love being black. Yes, I do. But if I could just see us we need one time to stick together. Because everybody sticks together but us. But like the young lady said, the white people kill people and they stick together with their people wrong or right. And ain't nobody down here perfect. If God made a perfect person, where they at? Please show them to me. Ain't nobody perfect. So yeah, I know some positive people. I do.
Well, I mean, I need to start hearing some positive things come out of your mouth, because when y'all get to talk about black people, man, it bothers me, because I'm trying to figure out who y'all be around, because everybody
Black
I know
people in authority.
yeah,
That's it.
I know people that's in authority,
That's what
in
we're
authority.
talking about.
You know,
not the average person.
Yeah, because sometimes you got to ask yourself, am I friendly enough? Because some people react off the energy that you bring. You know, if you bring a certain energy, they react. You know, I got another caller. Hold on, people. Hold on, Roosevelt. I got two more callers. I think that's
Yes, sir.
I got, is that 6557? Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm good. Okay, so a couple of things.
All right, let's
When
listen.
I saw that video the other day,
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You ain't on speakerphone, are you?
Oh, okay.
Get off speakerphone, baby.
I'm not on speaker at all.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not on speakerphone.
I said, okay.
So
Go ahead, continue to talk. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So a couple of things. I saw the video the other day. Absolutely broke my heart, because those cops know the struggle because they're black like that young man was, right?
Mm-hmm.
What it reminded me of, and I mean, I got two statements. I'm going to make it quick.
Go ahead.
Like back in, I want to say, the early 90s, it was like 5 generations in my house. The oldest one was like 100 years old, my grandmother's grandmother. Now, my mama and my uncle was doing stuff they had no business. They were selling drugs and doing drugs, all that. So when they came and raided the house, the police came, I mean, all kind of cops up in there, right? The one cop, unfortunately, he was a black man, and he said he would not have a problem putting that 100-year-old lady outdoors and then going home, you know, and living it up with his family, if you will. And the white cop looked at him like, wait a minute. This lady 100 years old, you know? Now, what I did not do was allow that idiot to define my perception of all cops. I'm not that shallow. I ran into several cops and many people in authoritative roles, and they were cool. And like I said in the comment, you can't categorize a whole group of people based on the actions of a few. You know, and I totally agree with you when you say, well, am I having a bad day today? Is that why these people are maybe coming off a little snappy, a little snooty? Some people are just rude and ignorant regardless. And when I see those people, I put on my extra nice voice, because I don't want to look like, you know, I'm as ignorant as them. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we just have to, I don't know. I'm that one who said my grandmother talked about the world getting wiser and weaker. Yeah, we got to stick together more now than ever before, because clearly what happened on that video, if we don't get together after that, it's like, if not now, when? You know what I'm saying? If not now, when?
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
That's what I gotta say.
Okay. You can hold on if you want to. I got area code 314. Go ahead, caller. 314 area code. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to say to Roosevelt, I know he complained about black people in positions or whoever. I just wanted to say that if you experience that, I think you should not hold it in, you know, file a complaint against, you know, those officials, you know, instead of holding it in, you know. Yeah, you know. And then that might change, like you said, the bus driver. File a complaint. You might get another new bus driver, you know, something like that.
And yeah, and I have. I mean, because a matter of fact, there's something. I'm gonna tell you something, sir, because I know you're just coming on. Something that happened to me. This was like 10 years ago, where, you know, I was getting on a bus at 79th in Halsted here in Chicago, and I was headed west towards my house, and I just gone grocery shopping. I had like 4 or 5 bags of groceries, and the bus was crowded because this was like around Christmas time. And then, you know, the doors shut. I was like the last one in. And then, you know, the bus was so crowded, I couldn't even get up to the fare box. So all the time, the driver, you know, not saying anything, a black driver pointing at me, then pointing at the fare box. And yeah, now I admit my wrong in this and everything. Maybe I shouldn't have raised my voice or anything. I said, look, I got 4 or 5 bags of groceries in my hands. I was like, I'll get up there and pay my fare when I get the chance. And, you know, he starts yelling and starts cursing at me, told me he would F me up and everything. And when I first got on the bus didn't talk. So I asked him like where the bus was going. And, you know, he didn't say anything. So then he said, by me asking for the fare, I'm doing my job. I told him, look, dude, there's a whole lot of ways to do your job. I was like, I asked him when I first got on the bus, was this bus going to Weston or Ford City? And, you know, because I'm visually impaired, I guess I couldn't see the sign at first. And then he starts saying, look, boy, the sign says going to Ford City. What's the matter with you, boy? You can't read? And then I told him I'm visually impaired. He's like, oh, you mean to tell me that you're disabled and they let you out without an attendant? Aren't you people, that's the word he used, a black person now, supposed to have an attendant? But most of the people, whenever you're on the 79th Street bus, most people get off at 79th and Ashland. Lord have mercy. I thank God for cell phones. I couldn't wait to sit down and take a picture of the bus number and call RTA right then and there. When I got home, I called the 79th Street bus barn, and then I filed a complaint with a government agency. And they did a full investigation into it. He had to submit a statement and everything. And the next year, I have to say it's about 6 or 7 months later, the CTA offered me a settlement because of that, and they suspended the driver. But it's a shame that we even had to go through all of that. And this is a black person treating me like I'm the enemy.
Mm-hmm. Hold it right there, Roosevelt.
I wouldn't have been so upset if it had been a white person.
Hold it right there. Hold it right, Roosevelt. I got another
you for
call.
letting me call more.
Okay, you can hold on.
Yes, sir.
918 area code. Go ahead. 918 area code. 918 area code.
How you,
all right, good.
Oklahoma, Dimitri.
Oh, all right.
How you doing, Martin? Yes, sir.
Good.
I just want to state this incident that happened just brought me back. I don't know if you remember here in Tulsa, the Terrence Crutcher, that he was killed like a few years back. And the officer, man, she's not an officer in Tulsa anymore. She's an officer in another county, man. And they were in the helicopter at the time when this was happening. I don't know if the brother was high or not. It doesn't matter. He didn't deserve to get shot. You know, he was reaching back in the car for whatever reason. He didn't have no weapon. And his sister is still fighting today. She was just on the news talking about the young man that got killed in Memphis. So, you know, we deal with that on a daily basis, man. Like you say, with the white supremacy, we can't do anything, man. They're going to let them off, but we going to pay the price for it. No, it's not right what the officers done, but look what happened. They arrested him right away. But when Floyd got killed, they took time. This man went back home to his family. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, this is it. The writing, the handwriting is on the wall. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. I got another caller too. 615. Go ahead, 615. You're live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. 615. Go ahead.
That's all I want to say.
Okay.
Call it 615. Go ahead, 615.
Roosevelt, at the end of the day.
Hey, sir, do me a favor. Before you turn down your Facebook, sir, because you can't listen to that and me at the same time. He hung up. Okay. So, people, 615, turn down your Facebook and just talk now. You can talk if he left. But let me just say this. And I want black people, and I'm talking to black people now. I know there's some white people on here, other races on here. We need to start saying positive things. Start pointing out some positive things that we've experienced with each other. And as I say, we all aren't gangbangers, drug users, dope pushers, sex traffickers, snatch and grab, looting and all that, robbing and gang banging and all that. Listen, that's not all of us. Listen, people, I'm around some great people. I surround myself around great people that are doing things. And they all are not church people either. Some of them are morally good people. So we need to watch some of the company that we be around and our surroundings too, people, because there are some great Black people that's doing some great things, will give you the shirt off their back. And I understand a lot of times we are more harder on each other than we are with others. Listen, you can go to a Black business and Black business treat you wrong, you'll never go back. But you can go to a white business, they can talk about you, almost say you can't come in, you're fighting, arguing, let me come in, I got money. And you'll continue to go back. But that Black business, you'll boycott it. Why is that? I've seen people on social media in these nice exclusive restaurants where the white people wouldn't let them in because they didn't have the right shoe on or had sports shoes or something, and they make a big old fuss. I would never, you hear me, make a big fuss about spending my money in a white establishment, in a restaurant. Come on now, people. Trust me. One thing about food, all food have an expiration date on it. All of it. It can spoil. If it sit too long, it's probably no good anyway. It's going to lose its potency, its season, its taste. So my point is, surround yourself around people that are doing things, going places, want things. Do that for yourself. Treat yourself. There's a lot of great brothers and sisters out here that's doing. All sisters ain't out here shaking their booty or trying to solicit or anything. It's some good people out here. I know a lot of good people just in my phone. And I make sure that I keep a relationship with those of that's doing things. I really do. The ones that's not so great, hi, how you doing? Bye. If I'm helping them, I help them. I'm going on. We're not going out to dinner because I don't know who you done wrong. Listen, we're just not going to do that. Now, if I'm servicing you, helping you out, assisting you, I don't have a problem doing that. I help you out best as I can. But as far as going out to dinner, eating and all that, and you into a lot of things that I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm not going to be around you because it's not worth me taking a bullet for you. And you out here doing wrong. Period. That's just me. I got another caller, people. 4128. Go ahead, caller. 4128. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, that coach.
Hey,
what's
Martin,
up, coach?
I just want to.
Go ahead.
What's up? What's up, Martin?
Right.
I just want to tell Roosevelt something. Roosevelt, I know you had bad experience with people like the CTA and stuff, but you got to sometimes look over them. Like, for example, like I had bad experience with the Roosevelt bus drivers, and half of their supervisors, 2 of their supervisors is my cousin. So when they give me problems, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, for example, I was on Roosevelt and Halsted. The bus said to Pulaski. He changed it and said to Gizzy. And I'm like, wait, it just said to Pulaski. And he said, well, it said Kizzy now, either stay on this bus or get off. So all I did was say, oh, okay. I just took his badge number, took the bus number. I got off at Kizzy, wait on next bus, and just called in. You ain't got to go back and forth with these people, Roosevelt. They need you because guess what? If you not riding that bus, how they going to get paid? Just like the people at the stores. If people don't come in there and shop, how's that business going to stay open? Just like at the schools. If the kids don't come to school, how that school going to stay open? They need us. We don't need them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold it right there, coach.
So don't feel bad about, because all black people are not bad. I'm not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be, like I said on one of Martin Lives about me being a police, I want to be the police to help our black people. Like, that's the problem now. We got people out there, like you said, Roosevelt, understand that black people do take stuff to their head.
Yes, they do.
I was working at Walmart, 95th and Western, and my supervisor, she took everything to the head. Like, she's the quick to write us up for the little thing. Oh, you ain't got your vest on. Write up. Like she used to not give us a chance to go get it, or hey, I'll give you another one.
Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. I got another call. I'm gonna let you talk, my dear sister. 331. Go ahead. 331. Go ahead.
Okay.
331.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Where you calling from?
Yes. I wanted to make a statement. How you doing, man? From Chicago.
Okay, go ahead, sister.
I want to make a statement about. I understand what you're saying about Black people, how we just talk so bad about each other. Well, we need to understand that I'm in the medical field. First of all, I've been called all type of niggers and everything by white people. Then you got to go in there and wipe their ass still after they done called you all these niggers or whatever have you. When you get into a leadership as being a Black person versus a white person, do you know how your boss going to be on your ass versus on being on a white person's ass? So yes, we have to do certain things that we don't even want to do in our heart, but we know that we're going to lose our job if we don't do certain things. So believe it or not, Black people will never be in power. That's just a title that they give us. If you're a supervisor, you're not. That's just a title. Versus a white person being a supervisor, they don't have to push
Tell
all these
the
different
truth
buttons. They don't have
and
to.
shame
Yeah,
the
they could be
devil.
much. They could be much nicer to you. Yeah, they don't have to. They don't have that pressure. So that's why they always smiling. You know what I'm saying? When they come to work. Versus Black people, if you're a supervisor, you're always angry because before you even get there, your supervisor, your boss is already on your head. Why did you let him do that? Why did you let her do that? No, I went into a store. I had a code. It was called New York and Company. I'm going to tell you. It was a Black lady. She was a manager. She couldn't let me use the code. I used to say the same thing. I was like, oh, Black people, they just, when they get into authority, they just, you know what I'm saying, it goes over their head. But no, this was the truth. The next day I went in there, the white girl that was behind that register, she let me use the code. But I knew a girl that worked behind there also. She said, we can't do that. We'll lose our job. They're just we're just here to try to feed our kids. That's what we're doing as Black people. So yeah, the pressure is on when you get when you get these titles, you know, tagged on you because you don't have any power. I don't care how big you think you are. I remember that Steve Harvey said, no matter how big he get, him, what's her name? Denelger, I forget her name. Anyway, it was a white component. They do the same thing. Like he said, he'll never make as much money as her. You know, that's just the way it is. They're not going to let us get ahead. They're going to be on our backs when we think we got a little power. Trust and believe, we don't have none. Bus drivers. My sister was a bus driver for 17 years. Okay, they always be on the bus driver. Believe it. It's not that they want to do these certain things to you or say different things. They already got their bosses on top of their necks for even trying to help another Black person. So they can't come to work all smiley and laughing. Even me right now, working in the medical field, I can't come to work all smiley and laugh. I got to put on a funny smile. Why? These white people, they smiling because they don't have the same problems in the same job field that I'm in. They don't have them. They don't have nobody on their neck when they go and try to help anybody in the nursing homes or the hospitals or anything. But if I try to go help my component or whatever, or if I do something to try to help another person, why don't you do that? Just because I got a title, that's all it is. Because I'm not in no type of leadership. They just give you that title to try to make you feel good, but I already know what it is at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, your check ain't gonna never look like the real person that's in power. So that's all I want to say. I want to let Black people know that we are the only race that no matter what, we're gonna go against each other. Let me tell you, when white people do things, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. It's gonna be hush, hush. Hush, hush. They ain't gonna say nothing about each other. They ain't gonna go against each other. They're gonna be quiet. But when something happened against Black people, we're gonna say it in public. Oh yeah, they was wrong. They did this and they did that. Instead of saying that, oh, okay, I'm just gonna shut up. If I ain't got nothing good to say about a Black person, I'm not gonna say anything. That's it, that's all. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. So thank you so much. You couldn't have said that no better. And I be trying to, when I explain stuff like that, people are like, oh, Mar, no, I'm what you call a critical thinker, a logical thinker. I think with logic. I question things. Those of you that were small and
we got enough racists.
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
We have enough racists talking about us on a daily basis. We already got enough people talking against us on a daily basis. For us to talk against one another, I don't care what's going on. I don't care about the crime, none of that. You ain't finna hear me talking about it. If I ain't got nothing good to say, I'm not saying nothing. What's that? Yeah, I know they say black on black crime. They never say white on white crime. This white on white crime happen every day.
Every day.
Nobody says nothing about it. These white men out here hanging they wives. Nobody says nothing about it. That ain't white on white crime. Then what is it?
The war over there, Ukraine and Russia.
Those things.
The war in Russia right now, Ukraine and Russia. That's white on white crime. Those are war crimes. Those are European countries.
And I'm not a racist person because I date a white man, and he already know how I feel about it. Don't say nothing to me about no crime about no black people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even act like just shut up, just like I do. Zip your mouth.
I know who you are, sister.
That's how I get down.
Listen, I love you, sister. I know exactly who you are now. I know who you are now.
Well,
yeah. But listen,
but you can't speak on the crime that's going on around you, whether it's white or black. Hey, this happened. If I see a white man shot somebody, I'm gonna speak on it. If I see a black man shot somebody, hey, it just so happened he happened to be black. This is a crime that took place. I'm not gonna stay away from him because it's a black person. Like that's
no, that seems.
I'm not saying that, but we just got so many.
Listen, go ahead, sister.
We got so many other races that's speaking against us on a daily basis. So we just need to stop. If we ain't got nothing nice to say about black crime, just shut up. Because we got enough people speaking out about it anyway. They don't need our
What's nice to say about black crime?
Right. No.
What do you mean? I'm not saying there's nothing nice to say about it. I'm saying if we don't have anything to say nice, just be quiet. It ain't nothing nice to say, but just shut up because we already got enough people speaking against it anyway. They speak against everything that we do. Anything that we do. Black people, just like I was saying about the bus driver. Y'all going to the stores and stuff like that. Do you know that when we go into a place and we become supervisors or whatever, team leaders or whatever, we got our bosses that's white on our necks. They not on them white people necks. They're on our necks. They're not saying nothing to our white opponents. They're saying stuff to the black people. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. The white people do what they want to do in these jobs and still get their raises. That's what I'm saying.
I understand. Ooh.
It's a proven fact. I date a white man, been dating him for 4 years. I'm telling you, the credit score. I'm gonna let you know this. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little insight. I got good credit, but it'll never reach up to his. And I do the same thing. I'm talking about he taught me the credit thing. But because of my social security number, I can't never reach that 850. I'm like, man, how you get to 850? That's the max, right? Man, like it always just get right there at that 800. You know what I'm saying? But we pay our same bill, do it the same way, but they just won't let you get it. Then I got a sister. She dated a white man. She's married to him. Same thing with her. I mean, it's just like, dang, we're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But what is it that I can't get that 850? And my social security won't allow me. I got to push a little bit more harder. Black people got to push harder for everything.
Say it, Mama. Say it.
So let me ask you. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, ask the question.
Not to be too personal and not to be disrespectful, but if you have this much love in you for black people, what made you date outside your race?
Because I got with somebody who loved me and I loved him. That's what it was. I didn't even look at race, but I still know what it is. I still know what it is when it comes to race. That don't have anything to do with me being black. At the end of the day, I'm just saying what's going on in their race. And he know it too. He see it. And I even asked him, let me tell you, I live out here in Oswego, right? He said, well, we're going to go and get to know the police is in. And the mayor said, I ain't want to get to know shit. I don't even want them to know who I am, okay? I let them know that, just like that. You go get to know. I'm not going to get none of them. Going to get to know none of them. Simple as that. They don't even need to know my name. So as soon as they know my name, they're going to be stopping me. I don't even want them to know my name out here. I keep it moving. That's what I do.
Keep it moving. All right, sister.
Let me ask you this.
One more question, brother. I got another caller. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. One more question. Go ahead.
Do you feel like do you feel like your husband or your boyfriend or whatever he is, do you feel like that was ever a point in his life where he had a prejudice bone in his body or a racist bone in his body?
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. He don't even talk about nothing like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be dating him. I really don't believe that about him. You know what I'm saying? He voted for Obama. Him and his whole family. His wife that passed away, she voted for Obama. But you know what I'm saying? I still, like I told him, he still live in a privileged world. That's the bottom line. You live in a privileged world. See, I'm just gonna tell the truth. You know,
Right.
you know you live in a privileged world. So that's just it.
I respect that. And I don't mean no disrespect by nothing I said. I'm just getting your point of view on it because I've never been there, and I appreciate you answering that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. I got another
You guys have
caller.
a nice night. Okay.
No problem. Thank you, sister. 7956. Go ahead, caller. I know you've been holding on for a while. 7956. Go ahead, caller. 7956.
Hey, what's up, Martin? It's Nathan, Mr. Joe.
Oh,
there.
Nathan, finally call in
How you
again. Come
doing?
on. What's going on, Nate? All right.
I'm doing good.
All right.
Just still trying to heal up from my surgery I had a couple of months ago, but I'm all
Okay.
right.
Okay. Did you get the second one
Just
yet?
wanna-
Did you get the second surgery yet?
Yeah, they're working on it.
Okay.
They're gonna work on it.
Okay.
You gotta get healed up first. So
Okay.
they working on it.
Okay. Go ahead, my brother.
You know, I had many jobs growing up as a kid, teenager, that I didn't like. They talked to me any type of way, and I had to deal with it. So, but I learned to just go to work, do the job, and just don't say anything. So you're gonna have some jobs that you're not gonna like. And I learned to try to respect people and just do the job. But that's how I make my money. So you also have to do jobs that you enjoy doing. You know, me working at the car dealership, I enjoy it because it's passion, you know, selling cars and helping people with transportation. Sometimes you have people that come to work with attitude, but I still have to come to work and do my job. And that's it, that's all. So if you don't love what you're doing, and you have to have a passion for it. You don't love what you're doing, you're in the wrong profession. So we need to kind of get back to that format. Find something that you enjoy doing and do that job. But when you come to work with attitude, with a positive attitude, not negativity. If you have a job that you enjoy doing, then no matter if somebody have an attitude or whatever, I'm doing the job and I'm going home. So that's how we have to be. You know, because I had some crappy jobs, but I had to go through the crappy jobs to find something that I enjoy doing. And that's how you appreciate the work. So people going to have the ups and their downs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to change me because I'm always going to be who I am and not going to let nobody change me.
Okay. Hold it right there, brother Nate.
Can I say something, Martin?
Go ahead, coach. Go ahead, coach.
Hey, so I don't know if it's just me or if I'm still got the young man mindset, the young people mindset. But me, I don't let no white person disrespect me. So I was working. This is when I was in 2013, when I did a CPS internship. I was still in high school. 2013 CPS internship, and I was working at North LaSalle downtown at Potbelly's. And the dude that was doing it, the manager, he said, "I want all the niggers in the back so we can have a meeting." I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't need this job." I instantly went back to school the next day, applied for another job, and went somewhere else. We got to stop acting like we really need these jobs. Some people do, some people don't. But you also can find other jobs and other places to work. Don't just let these people disrespect y'all. Like, don't just sit there and get disrespected. I understand what the young man said when he said you got to go to work, do your job, do this, do that. But you just not gonna just don't let these people disrespect you. There's so many jobs out there. You gotta move around and stop letting these white people disrespect you. That's all, Martin.
Okay, I agree. You got to demand respect. I do sales. Sometimes I do a record show, and the record show is predominantly white. Records are the record vinyl, sell vinyl, and I'm probably maybe 2 or 3 black vendors there myself. And, they walk by and look at me like, give me this little bad vibe. Like, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, in my spirit, I belong here. These are the vibes that they throwing off and I'm throwing off. But what I do, when white people stop at my stand and buy, I make sure I give them a deal so they can tell other ones. And, the same one that gave me that bad vibe, now he come running over there. He want a deal now because you didn't heard it. I'm giving out deals, still of a deal. So it works out. People, my thing is, I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me, but we have to respect each other. We have to demand respect. I'm not finna laugh at your corny jokes. I'm not finna talk about my family to you. I'm not finna talk about my personal things. Everything that I talk to you about is going to be job related only. That's it. That's all. I'm not going out to dinner with you. I'm not going out to lunch with you. None of that. Trust me. None of that. I'm going to be professional in a professional setting. I'm going to smile. Even if it hurts me to smile, I'm going to continue to smile and let you know. And I demand, like the young man said, I demand respect because I give it. That's it. I give it. I was at Mariano's down on the low end, and one lady at the salad bar was kind of getting smart with me. And I told the lady, I said, listen, young lady, I said, I can cause you a lot of trouble. I said, but I'm gonna take this one off you this time, because you just never know who you talking to. And that's like what I told you. You just might be having a bad day. So I'm gonna give you a pass. That's exactly what I told her. You can't talk to me any kind of way, and I'm gonna spend my money. And she had a very nasty attitude. I don't know if she was having a bad day, whatever. I gave her a pass. That's it. That one pass. It never happened again. So sometimes people, you don't know what they're going through. It's nothing personal, but it's sometimes they go through some things and it reflects on the job.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it does. I know it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because they're supposed to be professional no matter what.
Of course.
I don't care what you're going through. And if you're going through something that hard, stay behind at home.
Yeah.
Excuse me for saying so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even you, Roosevelt, you said yourself, Roosevelt, that even when you got on the bus, you was a little snappy. You with the bus driver when you had the 5 bags in your hand and all that. You said yourself.
Because he annoyed me by pointing at me and pointing at the fare box. I got annoyed after a while. And plus, I had asked him where this bus is going, and he didn't answer me. That's the 2 things. That's
right.
Why.
He got every right. You got on his bus. He had every right. Listen, that bus driver is responsible for every passenger that get on that bus. He's responsible. He's definitely responsible for that.
And for you to end up saying, that you go, because I didn't curse at him or something, that you go, get up out your seat and you gonna F me up and everything and tell me I better watch who the F I'm talking to. And it didn't call for that.
Right. Go ahead, sister.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, sister. Let this sister. She's been holding for a while. I promise her. Go ahead, dear sister. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this to you, Roosevelt.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody could be having a bad day. When I go out, I do this. I have devotion with myself. I tell God to give me traveling grace. Bring me to folk. You never know what people going through. You never know what people got going on at home. You have to ask God to humble humble your tongue, because you know everybody is snapping now. Everybody is on edge. But by you being impaired, he probably didn't mean that, like you said it. But like you said, you got a settlement out of it. But you just have to humble yourself, tell God to lead traveling grace, and read the signs more. And because everybody is short on a job, everybody's short. Everything going up, and we all trying to do what? Make it. We all out here trying to make it. What? Everybody's on edge. And yeah, Rosemary, you is a little snappy. I believe in taking pictures and doing what the right folks do. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm gonna call in on you. I'm going to complain. So the more you call in and the more you complain, they probably gonna get better at their job. But we all gotta eat. We all gotta pay our bills. So maybe you need some positive energy around you. I'm gonna say that. You need more positive people around you. Because like Martin said, the power is in the tongue. So you gotta watch what you say.
I got plenty of positive people around me, plenty of them. But I'm just talking about the experience I've had with certain people in businesses and certain people in authority who I did not know. That's what I'm talking about. Not everybody else who is around me. Oh, yeah, I got some good people surrounding me. But I'm just talking about the people who I ran into, like the woman I ran into yesterday. I couldn't even get done what I needed to get done because, instead of her even assisting me, she just chose to talk to me in that way. And yes, I plan on walking my happy behind up to that Walgreens and saying what happened on Saturday. And telling somebody, I don't care what race they are. It was one of my own who treated me this way.
Roosevelt, my grandma used to always tell me,
yes, sir.
Kill a person. My grandma used to always tell me this: you can kill a person with silence. Now, I understand they treat you wrong, right? I understand they treat you wrong. You don't have to react and get on their level. So if I tee up on you right now, you're going to tee up back on me to get to my level instead of saying, okay, have a nice day. That kills a person with silence because you tell me, have a nice day. Now you just piss me off more because you didn't even step up to my level.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not on my level and you don't tell me have a nice day and walk off. Oh, now I'm really pissed. Now, if you would have told that lady, okay, man, whatever you say, you have a nice day, and walked off on her, I guarantee.
And I did because I wasn't going to get no help.
And she would have been like, "Oh, this nigga didn't even step up to me and get on my level." Just like with the bus driver, I would have said, "Okay, have a nice day." I would have called in right there in their face. I'm quick to do that right there in their face.
I did.
I got their people's number saved in my phone and call in on bus drivers right there in their face, like they're literally in their face. I passed my stop to call in their face. Once again, y'all need us. We don't need y'all. How we keep this business open?
Right.
How this business stay open? Because of the people. People got to remember that. Roosevelt, stop scooping to these people level, man. I've just been hearing you talk. I'm like, you be scooping to their level. Don't scoop to their level.
I don't stoop to their level. I'm actually calm. I do a whole lot of stuff like later on if I'm able to talk to someone else when I report an incident. But initially, like standing there, like I didn't say anything yesterday. I went and I talked to a supervisor later.
Okay. All right. Listen, we're gonna draw. We just about to end, people. I'm down. I'm gonna close it out. I appreciate every last one of you guys. Thank you guys for coming on the panel. Appreciate you, Roosevelt Coach, my young lady, my 1, 2, 3. Appreciate all the comments. Thank you guys so much. I've been on here 2 hours. I'm tired now. Time for me to get out of here. So I thank y'all so much. I got another caller just called in, y'all. Lord, why y'all do this to me, last caller? 912, come on now. You got 2 minutes. I'm trying to get out of here. 912. Come on, caller. Just call in too. They probably listen to the prompts. I'm gonna let you talk. 912, caller. Hey, caller, 912. Give them a second to cut. They listen to the prompts. All right, 912. Caller. 912 area code. Go
What's
ahead.
going on, man?
Man, you got 2 minutes. I'm gonna give you 3
I was
minutes.
listening.
I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, brother. Then I'm out of here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
And
bro.
I'm gonna get it and be gone.
All right.
I
Go
was
ahead.
listening to the person that was, with the situation. I was like, okay, I hate that happens because with me, it's like I'm a professional feeling herder. So when that happens to me from any employee, wherever, I get so far into their skin, they be wanting to call on me. They be mad as hell. I can't believe he said that to me. Like the most recent situation, I'm keeping it as PG-13 as I can.
Please, thank you.
One of the alphabet people, they own this particular business. So I go in there and she was all stank-a-dank-dank. And I'm just like, over the price, because the price of the beer was priced wrong. I'm like, well, this is what it costs. Excuse me, store owner person, having a bad day? Got that Lori Lightfoot issue? You didn't come with the equipment I came with by birth, and you think you're something you're not? Interesting. I'll go and shop someplace else. They were hurt. Oh, they were hurt, Martin.
Wow.
I wish I was on camera so you could see the look of the face when you don't bash them for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
You explain to them what they are not. It's like, I come with the standard of equipment that you don't come with. Is that your point of anger? You don't have a tallywhacker? Like I said, PG-13, Martin.
I know where you're coming from.
I respect your show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You don't have a tallywhacker, and I was born with one. A nice one at that. You want some references? I'll call some ladies up. Is that your problem?
Oh, man.
You want to be something that you can't?
He clowning like
Me?
that.
Oh, yeah, Martin. Martin, I tell you, people need to get some humor in their lives and stop don't internalize this. Now, this is about all I can say that makes sense. And making sense, I pass common sense tests every day. Don't internalize their pain into your pleasure.
Okay.
Don't do it. If they're hurting, let them hurt. Because it's not your fault. They upset. Like, I don't even know you. You were mad when I came in here. You know what I'm saying? What did I do?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wake up in the morning and I was gone. I wasn't even with you last night. You know what I'm saying? Man, get comedy, boy, because one thing, when someone is very angry and they're going through it and you are happy, that oh my goodness, you said 3 minutes. I can't go no further.
No,
I got to
no.
stop right there.
Thank you. All right, people, you already know what time it is.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
This is where we
Tell the truth
and what
and shame the devil.
Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night.
Tell